What's going on YouTube? Florida Man Knives here with another quick unboxing, and this one is actually going to be from Amazon. Now, I will admit I have not gotten a lot of knives from Amazon. Actually, the only ones previously have been Victorinox knives. But anyways, opening this thing up, you can see it's going to be quite large. Just kidding, obviously. It's going to be the Cold Steel Mini Tuff Lite. Definitely really excited about this. I've always had my eye on this knife. Huge fan of the Dragonfly too, which is what I'm going to open this up with, and this to me seems like it would be very comparable. Basically a box cutter on steroids is how I like to look at this thing. Of course they do have the regular Tuff Lite, this being the Mini. Did want to check out the Mini first. And it is mini. It is so small. It's even smaller than I really kind of expected, you know, once you get it in the hand. But opening it up, clean this off a little bit. And there you have it. So, for me and my hands, I mean, you can slide your pinky up here for sure if you really want to. It's actually gonna probably be more comfortable resting my pinky right below it. But there you have it. You got some nice jimping up here on the spine of the blade and some on the spine of the handle as well. Nice big four-finger choil there. And then I like that, you know, you can grip it like this, of course, to open stuff up. I mean, it's just a tiny, tiny little knife. Got the red, of course, as you can see. There is several other colorways, blue, black, I think there's a green. Go online, check them out. But the exciting thing about this one is going to be the price, of course. This I actually got on sale on Amazon for $22. Now, I know that, you know, other online retailers will have these for closer to $30, and that's going to be pretty typical, but you know, definitely keep an eye out. You can get them for $22, $25, no problem at all. You know, anyways, there you can see Mini Tuff Lite red. Let's get into some of the specs real quick. You're gonna have an overall length of a short 5 inches with a blade length of exactly 2 inches. And then your cutting edge though is gonna be just over, or just under 1.5 inches, excuse me, right at about 1.3 inches. Blade thickness on this, pretty stout for such a small little knife. It's going to be 0.1 inches exactly. Handle length is going to be 3 inches right here, and your handle thickness is going to be 0.47. Now let's check out the weight on this guy. A lot of websites have it listed right at 1.7 ounces. So we will test to see if that is going to be the case. Cold Steel, as typical for them, is going to come in lighter than what they listed. Under 1.5 by my scale. You see it's varying there a little bit. 1.48 is what it seems to be settling at. That's fantastic. You know, Dragonfly 2, 1.2. So you can see just as a comparison. And then the last thing on this knife is going to be the steel. It's going to be AUS 8A, which to my knowledge is pretty much the same thing as AUS 8. I've honestly looked it up and tried to find, you know, any differences, and I have been unable to find this. You know, do your own research. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you do know of any big differences between AUS 8 and AUS 8A. I'm sure there, you know, might be some minute ones. I've seen something about, I believe it was the heat treatment is different between the two. One is heat treated versus the other. Anyways, you know, opening and closing obviously is going to be with that thumb hole there. You know, you're not going to be flicking it open. I mean, you can spidey flick it. It's just so small, it kind of catches, but you know, not going to be a fidgety knife per se, but it's going to be a fantastic little EDC. secondary knife for a lot of people, you know, great packaging, you know, boxing, opening knife, really. It's just a utility knife at the end of the day. I mean, I'm trying to talk it up. At the end of the day, it really is just a fancy utility knife that you can carry in your pocket, and I love that. You know, it does have this pocket clip right here. It's going to be, you know, not the deepest. We'll see how that ends up carrying and breaking in over time. It does have decent tension. I believe these are going to be Grivery scales. They might be Gryvex, actually. To be honest with you, cannot recall at this time. You know, throwing out a couple of other knives for comparison. First off, we'll do the Dragonfly 2 again. You can see it's actually going to be very comparable as far as the handle length and choil length, but the Dragonfly does have a little bit longer of a cutting edge. Another cold steel is going to be the 4 Max Scout. This one is going to be the DLT Trading exclusive, so you can see, obviously compared to a full 10-inch, really large knife, this thing is absolutely tiny. I mean, you know, you cover it up no problem with your hands. You know, let's get some more realistic comparisons out here. One going to be both for color and size is going to be a classic red Victorinox. This is going to be the Super Tinker. You can see right there, it's definitely going to be a little bit lighter and brighter of a red. Not the deepest red. Another color comparison actually is going to be the Boker Plus Training Balisong. You can see right there, again, this one's going to be a little bit more of a bright red, you know, maybe more of a pink tint to it. Some other, you know, quick comparisons. You got the Spyderco Delica there, which everyone is familiar with. You've got your Hogue Mini RSK, which is going to be comparable to your Benchmade Mini Grip. And then the last one is going to be the Benchmade Bug Out. And I'll move this down so you can see. But anyways, just a real quick unboxing video here of the Cold Steel Mini Tuff Lite. Definitely will be doing, oh, sorry, just noticed it's actually got a sharpening choil in it. That is quite funny. Nice little added touch there. I really like that. Especially on such a short blade, you know, that way when you're sharpening it, you're not going to get any weird contouring of the bevel there. Yeah, so Cold Steel Mini Tuff Lite, made in Taiwan. The fancy, famous, so durable triad lock developed by Andrew Demko. Such an amazing lock. I'm really happy that they utilized it in something so small such as this. But definitely will be posting, as I said, review videos on this going forward. And I'll be curious to see how it holds up over time. Thanks for watching though, and leave a comment on what your thoughts are on the Mini Tuff Lite. If you're interested in one, or maybe if you're interested in the regular Tuff Lite. Thanks for watching.